And welcome to Prime Sunday, episode 1. So, looking at the market this week, over the weekend we have heard that the Saudi Arabian petroleum factory has been hit with a drone. They don't know where the drone has come from. It could have been from Yemen, Iran or Iraq. So with that being said, we are looking at oil significantly because half of oil productions has been cut because Saudi Arabia due to that drone hit. With that being said, we do expect that crude oil this week could produce a number which could be significantly high in terms of cut on production. So when we get a cut on production, what does that mean? It means a increase in demand. Okay, increase in demand, which means increase in price. So if we get an increase in demand, an increase in price, we can expect US oil to rally to the upside, back up to the 60s or even higher. Remember when gold rallied from 1300 all the way to the 1500s due to Iran being hit with a drone, and then US obviously shooting down another drone. Due to that tension, that geopolitical tension, gold rallied up to all the way to 1500. And now, obviously, because there's such a cut's going to occur in oil production, we can expect the same thing for US oil to do, just rally up all the way back up to the 66 levels. In fact, I'm looking at it on a daily. I do believe that if price action breaks above this resistance today or gaps and retests, I am looking to potentially buy it from the 55.20 region back up all the way to 60s or higher, because I do believe that price action is gonna start to rally to the upside due to the fact that there is going to occur a massive cut in oil production. Okay. Also, we're looking at gold because if there is some sort of war that may occur or some sort of geopolitical tension between the US, Iran, Saudi Arabia, then we can expect gold to start to appreciate because it's a safe haven pair. So then we can expect gold to start to rally back up. Okay, gold at the moment does look very bearish due to the fact that we've got shooting star candlestick and another hammer candlestick, inverted hammer candlestick to the downside. I do believe that price action can potentially break this area of support, but looking at it on a 4-hour, let's get technical with it. Looking at it on a 4-hour, we do have a evening star formation occurring at an area of support. Again, we have another evening star with a bullish engulfing occurring at this area of support region here. Price action looks like it's coming back to retest, and we could potentially have a reversal occurring soon due to the fact that after this 4-hour bearish candlestick, look what we have, a spinning top right next to it. Okay, this can indicate a reversal point, and we could potentially see just this geopolitical tension increasing between US, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Yemen, Iraq. We could see this create a volatility in gold to rally back to the upside, back all the way up to 1550s, in fact higher to 1600s. That's what I'm looking at. Just take advantage of the fact that there is so much fundamentals out there at the moment that's driving the market. But if you get your head around it, you've got absolutely everything going in your favor. So I do believe that we could see a potential pushback up all the way up to 1500, 1550. Okay, area double bottom area, good level of support. We have broken the 1489 level. However, we are right now trading at 1485, and I do believe if it holds and if we can get a 4-hour closure which indicates bullish momentum, we could look for a buy opportunity back up quite high, in fact. Okay, so we could see a nice rally back up. So looking at that as well, we are looking at Euro USD due to the fact that they put in a package to stimulate to kind of create growth in the Eurozone. We can expect this retail sellers to push this price up. However, we do have rate cuts for the US this week, so we've got to bear that in mind as well. Look, using our Fibonacci tool. Sorry. Using our Fibonacci tool. From this swing to that high, I do believe the 38 where the moving averages are, price action could spike down to and before rallying up higher. Looking at Dixie, we can expect, because that is it's already priced in that the Feds are going to cut 25 basis points. I can expect weakness in the US to carry on to the downside. So if that occurs, we can expect Euro USD to rally up. So we can wait for a price action to pull down into this area. It's very bullish due to the fact that we have a double bottom here, and at the moment price action looks to be creating a tweezer top, so it does want to come down, but we have got a hanging man candlestick there as well. So I am going to be watching for price action to either respect this area of support here and an area of resistance where it previously was. If that happens, where it previously was, so we can place it here, price action comes down to this region of support, but also we have got an area here where it is acting as an area of resistance. So I'm going to be watching this entire zone and see if whether price action can come into this area, tap into the zone, and we can go long, or if price action can come into this area here and tap in this area of support and then go long. So we are watching this pair quite significantly. Euro JPY, another one that I'm watching. Just using my trend lines on a weekly time frame, out trend line, in a trend line on a daily time frame. I can see that price action wants to go higher. Similar scenario with Euro USD. There is an area here where price action is acting as an area of support right now. Okay, so if we can break that and come lower, similar, pull out Fibonacci from that swing low to that swing high, we can see price action coming down into this region. If it does, another long position. However, I don't want you guys trading any yen pairs due to the fact that they're safe havens and we can see a significant strength in them. So I don't want you trading them. So we are not going to be trading Euro JPY, but Euro USD can be traded. USD CAD, another one. Due to the fact that USD weakness is going to occur, I do believe that price action has broken out of this trend line here. Okay, we have a nice in the trend line here, multiple fake outs, but we finally broke out. So what could happen is price action can come back into this area and tap this zone using your fibs from that swing high to the swing low. You know, the 618 is just right there. We can tap into the 71 region. So this could be a potential kill zone for tomorrow. If price action comes into this area and USD weakness still continues, we could look at the 1.33 as an area of entry. If I already put this there, 1.33. Yep, there, 1.33. We can look for an area of entry. If price action taps in that, can we take a short trade and push price action lower? Okay, something like this back into this zone of 1.31, I should say. With stops just being above structure here. Above, just structure, this area here. So where price action is right now, if price action rejects this region, we can look to take a nice trade. But if it doesn't, looking at an hourly quickly, let me just see. Yeah, it does look to me that is very bullish still. So I am going to be monitoring it. It's very bullish. Pin bars, bullish candlesticks. Very big bullish candlesticks. So at the moment, the momentum is still strong to the upside. We're going to wait to see if price action does around this zone at 1.33 before we do anything else. USD JPY, another short trade can be taken. Ooh, beautiful trade can be short traded this, but again, yen pairs, don't want anyone trading them. As you can see, price action trying to create a little head and shoulder pattern. So when it's doing that, just leave it until we break that neckline. See that neckline here right now? Okay, see that head and shoulder building? You want to see a break here? It's going to come down into this region. You want to see a complete break here, retest, and then take that short trade there. You want something like this. Coming into this right region, retests, and then you catch that nice short trade into this region. That's what you want to be looking for. Potential 10 pip risk, take 38 pips, something like that, intraday trading. Okay, I am going to be monitoring this one as well. US oil, that bad boy oil, beautiful. We could see this rally to the upside all the way about $70, $80, just like what we saw in gold, just like what we saw with all the US stocks. Geopolitical tensions make commodities rally, so we need to take full advantage on this. Looking on a daily, price action wants to go higher. We got higher lows, equal lows, higher low again. On a 4 hour, bullish engulfing. I am very tempted to literally, as soon as the market opens, take that long trade. However, I'm gonna wait for the gap to close, and I'm gonna be updating you guys around 2 a.m. But this could be potentially a long trade, a very long trade. Crude oil inventories on Wednesday can come out extremely negative. It can be minus potentially 20, maybe 50, maybe 60 million barrels. Okay, and then that could just literally create a huge demand. Anything above 70, 80 million barrels, then that's the demand's going to be insane. This can be rallying back up to 65s. Look, yeah, around 65, 66 level, where we previously had structures. So yeah, keeping a close eye on this pair, very close eye. Got that inner trend line again acting as an area of support. Here we've got an area of channel here, resistance. We're going to be watching price action to see what it does up here as well. If we take a long trade, by the time he's up here, we are in about 200, 300, 400 pips in profit. So I'm going to be updating you guys. But I'm going to be watching the zone tonight carefully, very carefully. But apart from that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. USD Swiss franc, nothing really in there for me at the moment. It's in no man's land, very no man's land. There's a gap already in the market, so I'm just going to let this one be. You see the gaps already started. Safe haven pair, gold, probably a gap up soon, going to be coming up. We are going to see a gap up soon. US oil gap up soon. Just keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on it. All right. Do not trade the gaps. Wait for a market to actually sort itself out. London session will be a perfect time to trade it. Catch you guys later. Peace.